What's up, fish tank people? This truck again outside with the grow out tanks. Starting to get a little algae problem, but that's alright. I think it's time to start doing a little bit of harvesting. I see a couple things I'd like to put in my tank downstairs. How about this guy? Java fern. I think there's another chunk in here. Oh, bigger than what I thought. Oh, a couple pieces. Got a freeloader on there. There. Not bad. Let's take this guy out. Let's see if I have any more of that. Oop, yep. Remember, a lot of this stuff I just threw in here. I see some more over here. Here's a... If you guys aren't familiar with Java ferns, this leaf right here has babies on it. Throw it back in the water and eventually you'll have something like this. Wow, look at that, you guys. How much do you think all that Java fern would cost if you went to a pet store? And that's all started from just a couple leaves with babies on them. Summer's growth. This was well worth doing this, and I got the idea from Dustin from FishTankTV.com. Props go out to you, buddy. Saving me lots of money. This is something I haven't had in a long time. It's that Micro Baby's Tears. Must have been a little piece of it in the filter. Once again, I back flushed my FX5 Fluval filter, canister filter, and sometimes little bits of plants get sucked up in there, and when I do water changes out here, I really don't do water changes. I just dump it in and let it overflow, and obviously I got a little piece of that in there, and voila, taking off again. We're going to put him downstairs so he don't get sucked up in a filter again. I don't know what a lot of the names are for these plants. I just like them. This all started from a couple little sprigs. This is one of my favorites, Baby's Tears. I think they look nice and delicate in the tank. I'm going to take this one chunk of, I believe it's called Rica, something like that. R-I-C-C-A, Rica. I'm going to take that in and put it downstairs also, so we can get that thing to grow out. One of my viewers was asking me how I keep algae down in these tanks outside because they're exposed to so much light. This is called Hornworth, something like that. It absorbs a lot of extra nutrients. If you put that, a little piece of that in your tank, it'll take off, and it absorbs so much of those nutrients that because it's a really fast growing plant, it'll help keep your algae problems down. One little sprig of sage, probably like about the one that's on the end of this, turned into this. I don't have any of that downstairs. He's gonna take a ride down there too. I don't know what this plant is called. When I first got, I bought one small group of it from the local pet store, and it didn't do so well. The second time I tried it again, and I just kind of let it float in the tank for a while, a couple days. Then I planted it, and then it took off. And it's, I mean, it's more than probably 6 or 7 times what I purchased in the beginning. It's doubled that much. Now, this thing just gets fuller and fuller. Check that out, Dustin. I didn't think I had any of that. That's your favorite right there. Remember, I was talking about this being, that's probably 4 or 5 portions right there that you would get at a pet store. And that's all just from clippings. Probably kind of wondering what the tanks are starting to look like. They're a little messy, but there's still tons of stuff in them. I was surprised this tank that didn't do very well, I didn't think did very well, with the white sand in it. It just has sand, no dirt. It did surprisingly well because I took a lot of stuff out of there. This is just crazy. And to think all the time I've been throwing clippings away, and I could have been saving them. All this from one harvest. Once again, thanks to Dustin's for the idea from FishTankTV.com. Okay, fish tank people, here we are back down in Chuck's dungeon where I have the 65 grow out tank. Last video I rearranged it a little bit because I had the itch to play a bit, and I think I'm going to keep this one as a tank instead of a grow out tank. All the plants that I just harvested from outdoors are going to go in here. Don't know where because there's not much room, but we'll find a place for them. And that would be all these. Time to do some more playing. Be back in a minute and I'll show you what I come up with. Alright, just added another 5 gallons of RO water to top it off. The water's still a little stirred up. Man, is it looking cool. At least it is to me. Really like it if you'd leave your comments, whether you like it or dislike it, what you think you'd like to see me do with this tank. I'm just going on my ideas. A couple other ideas would be great. Funny that started out just to be a grow out tank. It was actually my main tank until I got my 130. Then this guy, he got stripped and put in the basement and sat there for a couple years. Now I started using it as a grow out tank after seeing Dustin got me motivated from FishTankTV.com, and a lot of this stuff come from outside tanks and from the 130. I did add a couple new plants. This spiky thing in the middle, don't know what it is, never seen one of these before, some kind of a grass type plant. Seen it at a Meijer store and I had to get it. It was only like $4. And then this big leaf thing here, right in the center of the frame there, I know that's a house plant, but I've seen them submerged in the water and they seem to be doing good, so I'm going to give that thing a try too. I'm also going to go outside and get a couple of those red vein plants and put them down at the bottom. See what you think. Okay guys, if you haven't figured out by now, I'm a little bit of a risk taker. These are plants from outdoors, just ornamental plants for rock gardens and that kind of thing. I have seen this, I think it's called spatterdock. and there's different forms of it. I have seen this in the bog area of ponds, and it looks really sharp. I put it in the pot outside with my grow out tanks there, and it seemed to do okay in there. I don't know how it's going to do deeply submerged, but we're going to give it a try. The thing is, with this, it could be a poisonous plant. I could end up killing my fish, which wouldn't be a good thing because I just got some really nice roseline sharks in there, and got my rasboras back and some neons and stuff. Anyway, just because you see me doing this doesn't mean it's okay to do it. Like I said, I'm a risk taker, and I could end up losing all my fish because of this. Oh look, I found a worm. Once again, these are from outside, and we're gonna give it a try, a test to see how they look outdoors or in the tank. They are from outdoors. Be back to show you what they look like underwater. God, these plants look cool. I really hope they do something down here. Must have had something eating on them outside. They got holes in them. There we go. You guys know about the rule of threes, right? Things look better when they're grouped in groups of three. It's a decorating type thing I learned from decorators on TV. Alright, here we go. Cross your fingers, folks. Hopefully this doesn't do anything to my fish. Could also introduce diseases and stuff, you never know. But, like I said, I'm a risk taker. You learn from your experiences in life, and I figure, well,